All right, we're going to do a little test run.
Let's go. We
ready?
Yeah, we ready, man.
Oh, we live, baby.
Yeah. Why you gotta come in there like that, man?
You are tuned in to the Terry Gilbert audio experience. I have a treat for you guys today. None other than my boy all the way from New York City.
New York.
Frad Rolock.
Hey, what's up, world? What's going on?
What's popping, man? We go way back, man. We go way back. It's only right the first time I come to the studio, it's only right that I have my mans on the podcast.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. Glad you had me here, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I reached out to Frad and I was just like, yo, I need you to show up at the studio. We're gonna do it at 9 o'clock. I'm like, when you get off? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be off. All right, cool. He said, yeah, we're gonna do it at 9 o'clock. I hit Nafeesah. Nafeesah, she was just like, I don't know. Really? Like, I'm scared. I'm not
Oh,
ready.
my goodness. Don't you dare present me like that.
But anyways, yeah, we have Nafeesah here. This is my producer. She's going to produce for us today.
What's up?
And she's definitely going to comment on some things that we talk about here today. For starters, let me get into it. Like, I know Frad from, track and field, Prairie View A&M. Shout out to PVMU. Track and field, man, we met, and that's kind of where it laid the ground for us, and man, we've been rocking ever since, man. So, Frad, let's jump into it a little bit. Let's talk about like, bro, how did you get down south?
Oh man, this man go in here and put me on the spot.
Yeah, I'm talking about from New York to like Texas. That's a big transition.
Hey, so I went to high school in Brooklyn, New York. But I'm from Queens. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. Was running track. I started track at 11 years old. I'm a twin, by the way, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
But,
I can hear you.
But yeah, we both ran track. Both ran the 4 and the 800. From high school, got scholarship to go to JUCO. We really wasn't trying to go to a 4-year where we was just gonna be, get a scholarship and be mediocre. We really wanted to do the whole track. We wanted the whole track experience. We wanted to be fast, and we just wanted to go to Big D1. So we went to a JUCO first, and we were just trying to get better. And we went to a JUCO. He went to South Plains in Texas, and then I went to Arizona. Central Arizona. Shout out to Central Arizona.
Shout out to Central Arizona.
But yeah, long story short, I got my associate's degree in junior college. From there, I was looking through schools, and I had to connect that PV. Actually, my homegirl Kia, I don't know if you remember Kia. Yeah, she was the plug to Texas. So yeah, hooked up with Coach Clay, and hey, the rest was history, man.
That was it, yeah. And then so when you transferred to PV, was it a little culture shock being around that many black people?
Oh my God.
Different. Like, that's from Arizona to Prairie View to Texas. Prairie View, Texas, at that is a different kind of heat.
Hey, when I first came to Texas, I actually thought it was gonna be a cowboy movie.
No, you really thought we was riding horses?
I thought they was riding horses.
Nah, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I did see some tumbleweed in Arizona, though. There's a lot of tumbleweed.
I've never seen tumbleweed before.
What? Yeah, there's a lot of tumbleweed. I thought I was going to see some tumbleweed in Texas, but I ain't seen no tumbleweed. I've been here 6 years now, Texas, and I ain't seen no tumbleweed.
So no culture shock when you got
no, definitely a culture shock. New York and Texas is two different islands. Two separate different islands. I would say Texas is more what? Country / I don't know.
Is it more slowed down than New York?
Definitely. In Texas, it's very slow.
Yeah, they move fast.
Y'all drive slow. Y'all talk slow.
Oh,
yeah. Not slow as in illiterate, but slow. Y'all just talk.
Like you can understand what we're saying.
Yeah, every single word you can hear.
Versus people in New York.
I feel like people in New York are very.
But y'all rude. Let's talk about the Southern
Hey.
hospitality.
Hey,
Like, did you feel that?
Yeah, nah. Everybody says good morning all the time. I'm just
I guess-
like, every morning is not a good
Yeah.
morning for me. It's just morning. But even at work, everybody in the whole staff, they in the office, they be like, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. In New York, it's just,
It's just
Mhm.
we're just trying to go. We're just trying to get some money. We're just trying to go. But it was definitely a big culture shock, even with just track and running track. I think the dynamic in Texas with just athletics.
Yeah.
I think in
It's
Texas
on a whole nother level.
they
It's
from
through
I
the
think
roof.
from middle school they push athletics. It's like they want y'all to be superstars out the womb. In New York, it's more. I guess the only sport they really pushing is basketball in New York. That's the only sport they really pushing.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That's dope. What about you? We have actually. Let me let the podcast know that we have
Give a
three.
formal introduce.
We have three
Introduction.
Prairie View A&M graduates in here, and we also Nafeesah also went to Prairie View. So tell us about your experience.
At PV?
Yeah.
I had a very interesting experience.
Oh, she sound like she had a good time.
I did. Yeah, but I graduated 2014. I was a biology major. Thought I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh, she's smart.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. But like halfway through my degree, I realized that I didn't want to be a doctor, but I didn't want to start all over. So then I graduated and I became certified to teach elementary school.
Oh,
bless your
wow.
God bless your heart.
Yes, I need all the
Yeah.
prayers. And now I'm also going back for my master's to be a counselor because I don't think I want to do that forever.
Okay,
Cool,
that's what's
cool.
up. That's what's
Counseling.
up. That's what I got my master's in counseling.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
We're connecting people.
Yes.
Just like that.
Where you thinking about doing your master's at?
Well, I'm getting it at Grand Canyon University,
What?
which is in Arizona.
Yes,
So
we
hopefully
ran
I can
against
go
them
out there
all
and
the
see some
time.
tumbleweeds whenever I go for graduation.
We ran against them all the time. Grand Canyon University. It's actually a really popular school.
Yeah, I like it. Most of the people that I know
Yeah.
who are getting their masters are getting it from me because it's online. And,
Yeah.
At Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about Matthew Bowling.
Oh man,
I know you
gonna hit me with
wanna-
that one first.
Yeah, let me hit you with that one.
Hey,
Let's talk about Matthew Bowling. He doing some great stuff. He doing some really good stuff.
hey, when y'all hear me talk, go ahead. Don't take this the wrong way.
Come
Please,
on, the
don't-
kid went
don't-
9-9.
Don't take this the wrong way. Hey, that was a win day 9-9.
It was 9-9-8.
I just think they
Come
need
on. In
more
high
people.
school?
I don't believe them. They need more people. I don't believe them.
I mean,
But-
and then so I looked at it. I watched State, or I seen him jump.
Mhm.
He swept
Boy was
everything.
jumping.
at-
He was
at
jumping
State.
out the gym. Boy
He
was
won the
jumping out
long
the gym.
jump. He came back and won the 100.
I will say this though, he's a legit 10-2 guy. Straight up
10-2?
10-2. He's a
A
legit.
legit 10-2 guy,
He
not
ran-
really hitting nines.
He just ran 10-1 though, legit.
Yeah.
But he's a 10-1, 10-2
I
guy.
think he has the national record. Can you look that up for us? See who got the national record? I think he has the national record in the 100.
I'm gonna just be honest. I'm just not giving him that much credit because he's white.
Well,
Really, that's
Make it play.
that's really.
What they got to do with it though? I mean,
I really
if
think
you-
the
if you can run, you can run.
I really think the boy is on steroids. I'm not even gonna hold you up.
Oh,
They don't
man.
test in high school, and I just really think they.
I appreciate you for being as real as you possibly can.
I really think they shooting up. But I mean, he's going to where? Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
What athlete straight sprinter go to Georgia Bulldogs?
I don't know. I think he's gonna do like a decathlon.
I don't know what he can do,
They
but
gonna
I know
be
this
a
is gonna be the
decathlete.
last we gonna hear of him. That's what I do know.
What you got? He got the national record?
I don't know what I have.
Okay.
You gotta show her how to look up the national record.
Oh man, it's
Everybody's not
It's
track
not
and
hard.
Definitely
climb.
not this one.
it's not hard to use Google.
I didn't know what you wanted me to look up.
The national record.
Oh, I
For
just
high
put his
school.
name.
So the national
Yeah.
record in high school. The national record in high school is probably gonna be 10-1. I'm thinking it's gonna be 10-1. I'm just sure if he's not the one doing the 10-1. I'm hoping not.
Come on.
But nah, there's the other kid you should be looking at
Who?
that they not talking about is Tyrese Cooper.
Who is that?
Tyrese Cooper, that's the boy that ran 45. He's from Florida. Nah, this kid is from the hood. He from the gutter. He 10-2. He's running 10-2 in the 100. He went 20.6, 20.7, 20.6 in the 200, and then he went 45.4 in the 400. He's going to Oregon.
So he tied the national record.
Yeah, I figured that
No, it's a new with the new national and state mark of 10.13.
Let me show you, cause a lot of people on, you gotta watch the internet too. A lot of people on the internet was like, oh
yeah,
he broke the record with 9-9, and he had like a hurricane behind him. It was like 6 point something wind behind him.
It was like
No. It was
4.
It was 6 point something wind behind him. But did you hear about the other kid from junior college that ran 19.6?
19.6
From junior college, he ran 19.6, but he had a legal win. But he had a lot of wind. He had a lot of wind behind him. But
that's who you would catch for doping.
Nah,
those are the kids that's like doing steroids.
I love JUCO athletes. That's one thing about me. I do have that bias. I love JUCO. I think JUCO athletes are the best athletes to go recruit, to go get. It is a lottery, but I think JUCO athletes are the best athletes to recruit. That was my bread and butter right there. I did all my training, all my hard work. I'm a product of a junior college, I will say.
Hey, they must then share the steroids with you.
Yeah. Chill out.
You came to Prairie View like, what?
Let's check. I'm gonna check. Let's check Dice stat. You know, I'll look up some stats in a minute for track and field.
Oh yeah. Let's get into some serious topics. Let's see.
So track not serious?
Nah, it's definitely serious. Keep going. Let me see.
me.
Let me see what you got.
Hold on. It's gonna take me a little minute. Hold on now.
Let me see what you got. We're gonna get into some. We're gonna talk a little bit about money.
About money? What you know about some money, TG?
I mean, not a whole lot, man. That's why I'm in here. That's why I'm in here grinding it out. A little bit.
I was a little upset. You stopped running. Why you stop running, TG?
They gave us that in the lobby. Shout out to Barron Studios. We're in Barron Studios recording this podcast right now. It's great. I don't know. Some guy. They got a lot of rappers in here. So they got like actual studios where you can like rap. You can go lay some tracks down. I don't know if you got any bars.
I got a couple.
You ain't got no bars.
Just waiting for the
Why he looking at
the right time to drop them.
Tell us about Bible study. How's Bible study? Just tell us about Bible study.
It was actually very great.
Yeah.
And very insightful.
Now, are you a frequent church goer?
Oh!
A frequent?
You said, yeah, of course.
Oh, you thought you said something else?
What you thought I said?
She thought you said, now are you a freak?
No.
That's a church goer.
Yes, I am. Very frequent church goer.
Frequent. Okay.
Frequent.
Consistent. So your consistency
Consistent,
is
yes, definitely.
Yeah, I can vouch for her. She obviously.
Okay.
Even though he
She a nine.
Whoa.
Well, we asked you how.
No, we're not just gonna breeze past that. Let's go back.
We asked you how was church.
Bible study was good. It's not necessarily. It wasn't one that's
Bible
like
study.
stemmed from an actual church. It's just a bunch of young adults come together.
Yeah, the
breaking
church
down
is the
God's
people
word.
Church is the people.
But most times, there's churches that host them.
Yeah.
And then there's people who come together and host one.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, let's make it clear.
So tell me how. I just want to know how deep is your faith?
Oh, I didn't know the podcast was gonna go this way, but I like the way it's going.
Is that a question that we all gonna go around and ask?
I already know where TG stands. We done had frequent
I
conversations.
can speak on it. The listeners may want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they want to know.
But he asked you specifically.
Oh, my faith, honestly, it goes deep.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm in a season. I mean, kind of what's been going on in my life, but I'm in a season where it's getting a little deep.
Yeah.
It's getting deeper.
Nah, for sure. Bro, without faith, nothing, anything, without faith,
Don't give me no Bible verse now. Don't give me no Bible verse.
bro,
Speak that real from your heart.
real talk. You, like, you can't do nothing without faith.
Correct. I agree with you.
You really have to have faith. And to be honest, I need to exercise my faith even more. You know, I feel like I haven't been exercising it as much. Working that muscle. I feel like it's a muscle that you grow. Like, you go to the
Most
gym,
definitely.
when you work out, your muscle get bigger. When you work out your faith gets bigger. And you start to see things transpire in your life. I really do believe that. And so, like, me, myself, I'm working in that area and I'm doing things and I'm trusting God.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I guess I just have a problem with people. That the faith is there, but the work ain't there. That's my.
That's Bible. Faith without works is dead.
I can't stand that. That's one of my pet peeves.
I feel you. Well, how deep is your faith?
Hey, my faith runs pretty deep.
Yeah, okay. Talk about it.
I will say that I'm not a frequent churchgoer. I'm actually
Are you?
I hate to say
the holiday church goer.
What's the acronym?
Yeah, what do they call them?
I don't know. It's Christmas.
Yeah, definitely
It's their Mother's
Christmas.
Day, seeing me or something like that.
Yeah.
technically I'm not even. I hate to use the cliche
Okay.
statement.
Come on, give it to us.
I will say that I'm more, I guess, spiritual than religious. I'm not really
Okay.
religious.
I think that's most
what
people, honestly.
that's what everybody.
Yeah, because
kinda
I know
is
I'm
moving
not
towards.
religious, and if I find myself becoming religious, that's when I like take a step back. Because at the end of the day, religion isn't gonna save us and like keep us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like spiritual.
Like what you talking about, your faith. That's what's gonna keep you going.
Exactly.
Relationship over.
Because there's
religion.
people that are in church. And
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A lot,
Relationship
that's a
with
big
Christ
misconception.
is not growing, and they're not maturing and having like Christ's nature. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a big misconception as far as like church, as we have Lil Wayne playing in the background. I think that's a
balance.
a huge misconception. Everybody think that like the people that are in church are like perfect people, or like maybe some of those people have hurt somebody that's outside the church, right? And now they looking at the church like all of these people are bad.
Yeah, just because of that one person.
And there's a lot of people that's been hurt by church that they just don't want to be around it anymore because maybe one person just kind of rubbed them the wrong way
And my thing is just give it a try. Just give it a try outside of them, or find your flavor. Like in Houston, I go to Wheeler Avenue. I love Wheeler Avenue. I like what the pastor is doing there. Now I know a lot of people like Hope City, and Hope City's pretty dope. Like I like going there too. It's a white pastor and he preaches a little differently. But I really like theirs too. So like some people like that vibe where you can go in dressed however you want, come as you are, and they really mean it. Like, and then some black churches do get a bad rep. I feel like they do.
Yeah, definitely.
And nothing wrong with church hopping. I did it for years.
Yeah,
I found the right one.
Yeah.
In PV, I visited every church, and I was like, oh.
What you was searching for, girl?
I ain't find it.
Nah.
Except when we went to St. Peter.
We went to St. Peter.
Tell me about St. Peter.
Then.
I was in the choir. with my boys. Shout out Scrap. Shout out to
we
Waylon.
had some good times.
Yeah.
What? You know all of them?
Yeah, she was there. She was in the choir also.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was singing, but she was in the choir.
I was singing. Was you singing?
Yeah. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Don't let me. Nah.
Hey, sing something for us, Terry.
Something Quiet Storm.
I can't. Hold on. The Oasis. I definitely held my own. I tried. Okay, I'm not a great singer, but I try.
You can hold a tune.
I give good effort.
Good effort.
Yeah.
You do. I will see that.
Good effort.
He can't sing out.
He's a very confident singer, whether you agree or not, or whether you agree that he sounds good or not.
I'm gonna show up.
I will say
You
that.
That choir didn't have very many people. So if you showed up, you was a good singer. Yeah.
That's the only thing that kills me about church. Once people say they was raised in the church, they automatically think that they can sing, and that's not the case.
But, it's not your ministry. Let's go look at some other one.
So look, hey, I just read this where it say paying it forward, and I thought about Robert Smith, the guy that paid or that said in his commencement speech that he was gonna pay for everyone's student loans. Like that would be amazing.
See, now let
Somebody
me.
needs to tell that to the next commencement speaker for
I
people.
know, right?
Let me
Right.
go back for my master's first.
People was taking this and running with it. He said that his family is trying to find a grant to pay off their student loans. They said they trying to find a grant to pay off student. Those were
So he didn't say that he is?
He didn't say that he is going to pay off everybody's student loans. He says my family has been working on a grant to try to pay off.
You're not gonna say that and not pay it off. And not he worked. He can do it.
I'm pretty sure he can do it, but I'm just saying, like, people was just like,
Getting around with it.
yeah.
So wait, so what are you trying to say, that you don't think he will, or you don't think he's gonna find the grant? You think he's gonna say that, get all this publicity, and then let everybody down? That would be even worse than.
I'm not saying that he will do that. I'm just putting it out there that
It's not happening no time soon.
it won't be for everybody, and it's not happening like that.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you think so?
I feel like they think that they just walked away from commencement.
Because
free.
They
That's
did.
the case.
They did.
Not if he
Mr.
hasn't
Gilbert,
done- he hasn't done the grant.
Mr.
Or
Gilbert,
they're working.
He got the money.
Mr. Gilbert, you know that there's people at graduation that don't graduate, right?
Yeah. Well, they know if they know they're not graduating, then they
But I'm saying
it's not getting paid off for them.
So what qualifies you as graduating class of 2019?
If you
'Cause
got
you know
your
that-
degree, like
But
if
you know, I know because I had some friends. I had a couple friends that walked,
they didn't get their degree.
and they didn't get their degree.
No, how you do that?
Hold on, yeah. That did not happen in my HBCU.
So that
I know, don't you dare tag. I know.
this happens at every
We don't roll
school.
like
They
that.
they allow you to walk. You might be missing like 1 or 2 credits, and they'll allow you to
I see
walk
what you mean. Okay.
just because, and then take classes in the summer.
Well,
You
I'll
know,
tell
there's
you
people
this.
that have done that at
Yeah.
all universities.
Now, if I went up there and did a commencement speech, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for everybody's," you can question it. But Mr. Robert Smith, when he goes up there as a black billionaire at Morehouse after they gave him an honorary degree, and he says that in his speech, he gonna find a way to pay it out. So everybody that's a Morehouse graduate of 2019, not the person that walked without the credits to
But
graduate this semester, and
but
they're
just-
gonna graduate next
I mean, he's
semester.
it's still 2019.
But
though.
right, and just know that there's gonna
You
be.
got a point.
Just know there will be some people that's gonna be paying on their student loans before he can get it paid for.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna let them go out like that.
But
dog.
did he specify spring? Because there's some people coming out this summer. and some people coming out this fall.
I think it was that in that commencement. I think it was in that
No,
commencement.
because Morehouse.
I think we need some
No,
facts
look,
here.
look, I'm gonna give you the facts. Morehouse only has one commencement,
Oh, okay.
so if whether you graduate in the fall, you come into spring commencement because they still do it the old school way.
Well,
they
they
only have one
they
commencement.
already quoted it at 40 million, so I don't know who that 40 million is
Okay.
included.
Can I be in the 40 million?
I don't know who that 40 million is included, but like we gonna tape this because you know he gonna pay it out. We gonna see if he.
But
really-
hey, I definitely, don't get me wrong.
it
I
sound like
definitely,
he's going against my brother.
No,
I don't think my
that-
brother would get up there and say that.
I definitely love what he's doing.
We're
I
not
wish.
going against him. We would
I-
love for him
yeah,
to offer that.
I would
same
love for him to
blessing.
do that blessing. I would love for a lot of entertainers to give that blessing at a lot of other HBCUs. Notice I said
We
HBCUs,
should start
not
tagging a bunch
universities.
of people, put some pressure on them, and
Yeah,
then tag PV.
nah, for real. Like they need to show some love to Frad.
And start going back. Hey, 2014, we gonna pay for the we gonna pay for their whole student loans.
Yeah.
Cause I got a couple out there.
Especially with these candidates that's coming around saying that they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do as far as student loan forgiveness.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Mhm.
there.
Bro, that's huge.
I need them to go ahead and forgive all of mine.
Okay, quick question. So, Nafeesah, what would you do differently, or how do you think your life would be differently if you didn't have student loans?
I mean, honestly, like, you know how everybody stresses about student loans? I don't.
Oh.
Like, I don't be tripping. Like, I mean, I feel like it's going to get paid, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's
Like, I'm
it.
not going to live my life, oh my goodness, student loans, let me pay this off and work. No.
Okay.
I'm going to live my best life.
Still.
And
We all gotta die sometime.
But
And
what
then
if you
then
still
it-
paying it off? Like,
Then it's somebody else's
I
problem.
feel
did
like-
it push any of your plans back as far as like, say you want to buy a house or like you want to, you know?
I don't think so, because I feel like there's different things that you can do. Like, especially like once you like move forward and if you get married and stuff, there's things you can do to make sure that it gets paid off, like in the
Okay,
you
marry
know,
well.
decent amount of time.
Okay. Is
Not
nah.
necessarily that.
I'm joking.
But I mean, God,
Duly noted.
my mouth to God's ears. But I don't know. I don't stress about it.
You just
I mean-
don't. You just. It's just. Ooh, I like that.
It's there. I have to pay it. It'll get paid eventually, but I'm not gonna
Okay.
trip about it. and
So you're
stress.
not worried about how long.
No.
Okay.
I mean, not really. Especially, I'm in grad school at this point, so I'm just like, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be a minute
yeah,
now.
you ain't tripping.
So either I can stress about it, or I can just pay it and live my best life at
Mm.
the same time. And if you get paid, you get paid. If you don't, sorry.
Dang. Yeah, I can't say the same.
Hey, I'm
What's-
in
what's
agreement.
up? What's
I'm
up?
in agreement. I don't stress about. I lie. I was stressing about student loans like a month ago.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a big chunk.
No, only because they kept calling me and I was just like, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
That's real. That's real.
They was just like, they called and I was just like,
Not right now.
what's up? And then now they just like, well, your balance is $800 and some odd dollars. And I was just like, I said, like, that's the current balance to bring it current? They said that's correct, Mr. Rolock.
Oh man.
I was like, I can't pay that. They was like, no problem. Well, we're gonna try to figure out a way where, yeah.
Okay.
So now he brings it all the way down. He's just like, okay, so I've jotted some numbers down. We've got you down at $465. I'm like,
Oh, he's still trying to get it.
yeah.
Oh, nah.
He said I'll take your card number, and I'm like,
My card.
But then,
number.
do they call?
they do call
I
after
haven't
the.
gotten
I usually get emails. I'm
Nah,
always apprehensive about the calls. You know,
they
'cause,
they
you know,
nah,
sometimes
they
people-
called me, but I got it squared away to
Do
where
you pay through the car or like?
I paid through the call and I put my card down. So
you
they
probably
take
ain't even paying your
they,
student loan.
nah, they take a portion. They take a portion out my check every
Yeah,
month.
but it's probably not going to your student loan. You paying
better
some
be.
random guy that's scamming
Nah,
Goodbye.
you, calling you and
Nah.
like
because they stopped
Mr.
calling.
Rolock.
They
Well,
stopped.
yeah, they stopped calling. They got money. What you mean?
All right. You might want to check your
Hey,
balance,
baby.
Y'all
dog.
love him making me feel bad.
You're gonna be like, God dang,
You
let me go back
hey,
and check and
you
call
might
them.
want to check your balance when you get home.
Yeah,
But nah, student loans. I'm not tripping.
it's not that I'm not. I don't want to sound like, oh, she just don't care about debt. I care. I don't know. I just feel like Jesus paid it all. He will pay it all.
There she go with that Jesus.
You are
Jesus
slave
paid
to
it.
serious,
the borrower.
though.
The borrower is slave to the lender.
True. I ain't. No, not this one.
Yes, I mean you're in debt, right?
Okay. Is that
Okay.
affecting my life?
Yeah. You don't think so?
It's not.
A lot of millennials don't think that debt is affecting them.
I know that debt affects.
To be honest, I don't think I would have the job that I have right now if I didn't have debt, or if I didn't have a lot of people to pay back as soon as I got out of school. Because it was like I had
Who you
borrowed.
got to pay?
I had borrowed like outside money.
Okay.
Like I was like,
Oh, we can curse on here.
nah. I had borrowed. You done already called the
Yeah.
Matthew Bull and you done already called him out. But now, so look, I had to borrow money from like family members in order to like finish that last semester up. So like when I got out of school, I had pressure on my back. It was just like, all right, look, bro.
They looking for that money.
I mean, and I don't think they were too like pressed about it.
But in
Like
your
it was
mind,
good. It was
it's
like my
like-
cousin. So my cousin, he not tripping. He already know the situation. Like, look, bro, I've been to school too. And so like one was my aunt. She already knew what was going on. But it was like I put the pressure on myself, and so I was just like, no, I gotta make sure I go and do it. So I took opportunities that I probably wouldn't have taken if I didn't have any debt. But I was able to get it and then pay them back. And so now it's just student loan debt, no credit card debt, paid that off. And so now I'm just like,
credit card debt.
no
I'm
credit.
not even gonna say
You need some
anything
help
else.
over there?
Is everybody
Here,
seeing?
let me see.
There we go.
I feel like I don't think I'm in your video.
Now come, you gotta come over,
You're
son.
good.
Let me
You're good.
fit. Is
We
it
all
good?
family.
You got me leaning.
Terry, can
It's leaning.
Yeah, he leaning a little bit.
We
Terry,
trying to get
Terry be
together.
leaning sometimes though,
Okay.
and then turn because it's all.
the body.
There we go.
Okay, now you can.
This baby tripod. I wish I could.
I'm in the studio.
Catch
Good,
that on the
you good.
camera.
You good.
All right, how much time we got? Oh shit, we gotta kill it in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought we wasted more time than that.
Nah.
Is it recording?
Dang, this is dope. This is dope.
You know, it would be cool if you
Yeah.
had something to put the camera up there.
Yes.
Like what?
It would catch
Like a
like a
stick?
good angle.
Well, that's like.
No, like if you had like there's camera holders you can clip to stuff and then things like
I don't think you can touch that though. They say it'll throw off everything,
Okay.
that.
like audio wise, because they got it all wired. some
And
kind of-
soundproof. and whatnot.
Basically, they was super professional.
Hey.
Question:
You got
Yeah.
Do
questions?
y'all really think that he lied?
Yes.
You do?
I
Why do you think
don't
he
know.
did?
I think he
Because
lied.
I
How did he get
wholeheartedly
off?
do not
Jussie
want to.
Oh no, yeah, we
Smollett.
talking about Jussie Smollett.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We talking about Jussie Smollett and what happened to him?
So this, I can't curse. This guy,
You was gonna say nigga? That's not
Yeah.
that's right.
he got,
Y'all good.
I'm sorry,
Y'all
it's too
good.
late now.
quote unquote, he got, or allegedly, he got beat up
Yeah.
by some, what do they call it? What do they call
I
hate?
forget the name.
I forget what they call.
Haitians?
No,
Mm-mm.
what do they call people that don't like homophobic people?
Wait.
Like he
Is it
got beat up
Mega
by like a
something?
hate group,
Was
Oh,
it Mega
okay.
something?
a hate,
Oh, Mega.
yeah,
The Mega hat.
the mega hat people.
I don't even know if that's
I
right.
don't,
I don't know if he was lying or not, but whatever he did, he was able to get off, which is extremely funny.
Which makes
to
me
me.
think that, because they say that the police out there where he was at, they lie all the time.
Yeah. It's horrible right there in Chicago.
And so if he really did that, and it's as serious as they say, how in the world did he get off?
Hold on,
Because it wasn't just the
do you
lie.
think he lied? It's okay. This is
I don't want to believe that he did. Like, I don't.
yeah. And
Because for me, I'm like, for what reason? Like, I get it. They're saying, oh, the Empire situation.
clout
just
chasing,
But why?
just to
Because
be.
I'm like, in the back
I
of your
think he was
mind,
trying to clout
if that was
chase.
the case, it seems like it was poorly done. So if
Yes.
you're gonna clout chase and do something like that, and you want it to be successful, you need to cover yourself.
But you're-
And he didn't even try, so I can't imagine that he would do
but
that
because
carelessly.
because he got caught, you are gonna say that it's piss poor. It was a piss poor job done. You're gonna always say what he could have done not to get caught.
Yeah.
I got a question. Let's transition from Jussie. I ain't really with
Not
Jussie.
feeling Jussie. I ain't feeling
I got
Jussie
a question. So like, how did Nipsey Hussle passing away affect y'all? Or
I'm
did it?
I'm gonna be completely
go ahead.
honest. Nipsey Hussle's death did not affect me in
Mhm.
any emotional or I didn't really know Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Or up until his death, that's when I started learning about Nipsey Hussle and what he was doing. I didn't
did.
listen.
No.
I didn't really
Yeah.
listen to
They
his
gonna admit it, but
I didn't really listen to his music like that, but I love what he did for the community.
The effect.
Like that,
Yeah, the
like
impact.
I love that impact.
Everything you learned afterwards. Yeah.
Everything that I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, dang.
Yeah. What about you?
yeah, ditto. I wasn't affected greatly.
What about afterwards?
I knew about him. Afterwards, I mean, of course I enjoyed reading about all the stuff that he was doing, but it didn't have a huge effect. Honestly, it affected me in a way, but not necessarily just pertaining to him, but because I've experienced losing a family member to gun violence. So I know the thought, I know the way that it feels. I know how it feels to like have someone, especially looking at him and how his personality was. Like, it was my cousin, and it was the same. Like, he was like the life of the party, cool people, good person, turned his life around, all that good stuff. So to see someone doing great things, and then to see their life just taken like the next day, it hits
That's crazy.
different.
Yeah.
Like, so like even with London, like I found myself praying for her and the family because I know like it's one
That's
thing to
her.
have someone pass away, but to violence, to think that somebody disliked someone so much that they felt the need to take their life, like
Yeah.
it hurts.
And
it's
I don't
like
think
horrible.
I don't think people realize, like, I guess in the hood, like if people realize, like, what it means to actually take somebody's life.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I think
crazy.
people in the hood know, but people outside the hood don't.
don't.
Like the suburban black kid, black
Yeah.
child, they don't understand it. But it affected me. Like I was like in a little funk for a little while, cause like I ain't gonna say I was just a hardcore Nipsey Hussle fan. Like I would hear his music if somebody else played it. I didn't have none of his songs downloaded, but afterwards, like everything that I learned about him, the entrepreneurship to like buying back his own block, to like actually selling his album for $100, like selling his album for $100, and then knowing that like somebody like Jay-Z supported him and bought like 1,000 copies of his album, like that's like some of his impact was like I was just like wow. And then he was the way his life was taken really was just like I'm like how could this happen to somebody like that? And it's just like you just never know when that day is gonna come, and it really had me thinking about like what am I doing to make sure that I am progressing and going towards my goals, because it's just like anything can happen.
Right. And you talk about his influence that he had on people. It's crazy, and I think
I was like he was assassinated.
I hold I hold like a lot of entertainers accountable, and it just made me that much. I hold entertainers a lot more accountable for just buying back the block and just to support and give back to their community. So,
and he had it in his lyrics.
Yeah.
It's in his music. I still like, so some of the people I follow were like hardcore Nipsey Hussle fans. So when that happened, like they were like dropping
they were
pics,
devastated.
putting the lyrics in there. It's like everywhere. I'm like, dang, like how do I show my support? And like by not just like, okay, I could buy a t-shirt, or I can like go and stream his music. I definitely streamed his music, but like actually living out some of the stuff that he left behind, as far as like going out and trusting in yourself, being your own boss, and like really putting a plan in play and like seeing it all the way through.
Definitely.
So I have a touchy question.
Okay.
The guy who killed him.
Yeah.
Do y'all think he just did it on his own?
I don't know. You're referencing like the conspiracy talks and all that. Man, I don't know.
Because my thing, I mean, I get it, you know, people make you mad and like you just, I don't know, get to that point where you're super angry. But I'm just like, you knew who he was. So I'm like, if you were to follow through with that, like just on him on his own, like what did you expect to happen? Did you think you were going to live after? Or
he
not
definitely
get caught? Or not have everybody that's, like, he's Nipsey Hussle. Like, you really think you're just going to get away with it? Like,
nah, it's not.
So that's my thing. I'm like, I can't imagine that a man would sit there and first off, go that low to take, I mean, I get it. People take people's lives every day. But I'm like, to go that low to take his life and to think nothing's going to happen.
But
and to just do it without, you know.
Don't take this the wrong way. Before he died, he wasn't who he was before he died.
I think he was, though.
I don't think that he was who he is now.
Back then?
Yeah, he was.
Or like...
Well, you talk about, he did have a past, but he had,
I think he
came from that already.
No. I'm saying his...
You know he almost won the Grammy over, who was it? Was it Cardi B? For best rap album?
But he didn't.
He was like right there.
But he didn't.
He probably should have.
But he didn't. He did not. But I'm saying, I'm talking about who he, I'm saying who he is now, like, the camaraderie that people have for him now, he's not who he was when he was alive.
I think he was
saying that you didn't have that great level. Remember, even me, I'm one of the people. I didn't know.
That's because you didn't know who he was.
But that's what I'm saying.
But no. So the story got to spread, right? It did spread after he died. But the people that knew who he was said he was always like that.
So the person that shot him, you think he knew who he was and what he was?
So I guess because you have to know more knowledge on the story of like, you know, kind of what happened, or like what they say happened. It was somebody that he got into an argument outside of his establishment.
Because they said he argued with him before.
Yeah, and then they said he came back and then just shot up the place.
Like, what is that?
But then the dude went and checked himself into like a mental place and tried to like, and so it's more stuff unraveling out of it. And so it looked like a scene of like somebody being jealous, somebody like hating, or like just maybe getting mad and didn't know how to handle a situation, and so.
And that kills me. I'm just like, really?
Yeah,
Do that? Like,
and he didn't care that he was Nipsey Hussle, and so,
just,
and that's what it is, and that's what it seems like it is. So,
that's crazy to me.
which is why it affected me so much, and I'm like, wow, like it wasn't even like somebody that they could like pinpoint that's been hating on him for the longest. Like, say if he had a beef with a rapper, you can tell like, all right, they've been having beef, so he sent somebody to shoot him, or like. It was unexplainable. It didn't seem like it was supposed to happen.
And I think that's what has a lot of people, a lot of his fans frustrated because everybody's trying to find the answer, like, why? Like, why do you think this happened? And everybody's hurting. So, people that are hurting hurt other people.
Yeah.
He gone.
So, hey, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, real talk.
What else we got?
I love that everybody's doing tributes. They did a tribute at the B2K concert for him too.
Y'all want to jump in?
Look what song just came on.
Do y'all think Drake is a culture vulture?
Drake?
What do you think? What do you think about Drake?
Why you say Drake is a culture vulture?
A lot of people say that.
I will say.
Because they say he switches his tones up.
I will say
like
though.
He be trying to talk like he Jamaican.
I will.
Like,
okay, him. I don't know what Rihanna did to both of them, but they just need to chill a little bit on the Caribbean vibe type thing. They could do it in a few songs, but not your whole record. Like, not the whole record.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the only thing I will say about Drake, I'm not.
But he capitalizes on.
I'm not a Drake fan at all.
Yeah.
But I will be the first person to say he didn't steal it. He didn't steal it, but a lot of people like to say Drake is like, the first rapper to like, to be, singing on tracks and go big, and that's not true to me. The person to go hot doing that is Ja Rule, people. Ja Rule, what would I be without you? I only think about you. Ja Rule was the first. He was one of the first rappers to ever. Because remember, they used to clown him on that he used to be singing too much on tracks. But no, guess what? Drake is making millions off of it now.
Yeah. Doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of come at it a little different, and he light skinned.
But Drake actually sounds good,
What
though.
does that mean?
I give him that. He actually sounds good when he sounds kind of good when he sings.
Okay.
I still can't believe Drake is this big, y'all. I remember him when he was in the wheelchair.
Do you think?
Oh, you watched Degrassi?
I love Degrassi. When he became a rapper,
you watched it?
No.
Oh, I didn't watch Degrassi.
I
seen the episode where he got shot though.
Of course. I loved rap music back then. So like when I was watching the show and he like took that turn in the show and became a rapper, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I loved it. And I remember when he first came out, he did Replacement Girl with Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Nobody was messing with him.
I wasn't messing with it.
What happened? He became hot, and I was like, oh, now y'all want to listen to Drake. I've been rocking with Drake since he was in a wheelchair.
Because I wasn't feeling. Yeah, because he was doing like little concerts too in the wheelchair.
Yes, at his high school.
What's your favorite Drake song?
She loved Drake.
I don't know the name. Yes, I don't know.
You think
what album is that? Take a Shot for Me. I love that
song.
Take I love that. Yes.
We used to do that. In college.
Yeah.
I love that song.
What's your favorite Drake song? I know you don't like Drake, but what's your favorite?
He do. You know the song?
There's this one song that I love, but Rihanna's in it, of course. But I love Take Care. That's one of my favorite Drake songs. Take Care.
Oh, that's and Light Up with Jay-Z. I used to love Jay-Z.
Light Up. Oh.
That song.
How does Light Up go again?
Light Up. Dang.
And then I like the Caribbean joints that he had on this album.
Oh yeah, he had a lot.
What album is that? On Views, yeah.
He had a lot.
And then on his other album, he was doing like New Orleans type vibe.
Yeah, on the last one, on non.
He I mean, if you was an artist, I would capitalize on.
I think Find Your Love is my favorite. I better find you.
Hey,
I've always thought that song was so annoying.
I'm not even gonna hold y'all up.
I don't like that song.
TG is a lover boy.
Too many times. Nah, yeah, that's my favorite. Nah.
Fine, Light Up. I used to think I was a rapper, for real.
She like, fine, Light Up, y'all.
I'm surprised.
And now everybody is surprised. Like,
I think y'all want to just keep going until they kick us out. Or...
is she gonna knock on the door?
Are they gonna charge you?
That's a good
You know
question.
what?
They got your card?
We definitely about to wrap this
On
session
that
up.
note, it's a wrap.
Thank you, Farad. Thank you,
Hey,
Nafeesah,
thank you
for
for-
coming out.
thank
I
you for having
appreciate
me.
y'all.
Follow
This
us
is
on social media.
Yeah, give your social medias.
Hey, Soca King _ follow me on follow
Instagram.
me on Instagram, Soca King _
Okay.
I'm on Instagram as Nafeesah Sade, SHADEA, and then also Seasonal Gems.
Yeah, plug Seasonal Gems. Tell us about
I don't know
Seasonal
if it's
Gems
seasonal
real quick.
_gems or just seasonal gems. I don't pay attention
I
to
like
my
that
name.
name.
But
Seasonal Gems,
yes,
what is it
follow
about?
it. It is about collecting gems of wisdom
Yeah.
in the different seasons in life. Because a lot of
Oh.
times we go through different seasons in life, like up seasons, down seasons,
Uh-huh.
and we're so frustrated with just being in them that we don't learn the lessons that we can learn in them.
Where were you at the beginning of the show? Where were you at the beginning of the show? I like that.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
dope. That's dope. Yeah. We
He
gotta
didn't
we
tell.
gonna
See,
plug it.
first of all, I'm not even gonna go there because he didn't even give me a proper introduction.
Yeah,
but-
nah, it's
you
good.
can.
But you got it now. We
But
can
yeah,
look at-
seasonal gems for my ladies. I mean, my brothers, y'all can benefit from it too. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Seasonal
texted me.
Gems.
She said, "Time's up." Yeah. Thank you guys. It's a wrap. It's been a
You
joy.
have a nice little sign out or something.
Thank you for tuning in to the
Get your-
Terry
you gotta
Gilbert
get your,
audio experience.
Your radio voice,
Yeah.
your quiet
Oh,
storm.
man. Oof.
Time's up.
We gotta do this again.
I know it's just fun.
That was
I got
dope.
hair oil on these days.
What you be putting in your dreads?
Coconut oil, argan oil, Jamaican black castor oil.
think
That helps my
Only
hair
thing I
grow.
don't like that is it's so thick
You have to dilute it with. I usually melt coconut oil to dilute it
to dilute it.
because it is too thick, and then it becomes too heavy, and
too
then my
heavy.
hair feels
Yeah.
dirty.
Shoot.
Oh,
Let me check and make sure.
signing
this is
off.
in here. We out.